Madden football is the home of Super Bowl 57, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Chiefs and the Packers. All that and more coming up next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. We can't get the kickoff, and it should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion Kansas City Chiefs taking on the NFC champions, the Green Bay Packers. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, for these Kansas City Chiefs, they, of course, were Super Bowl champions 3 years ago. The win over the Niners in Miami. They fell to the Bucs in Tampa a couple years back. They had the blown lead in the AFC title game against Cincinnati last year. And now they're back, making their third trip to the big game in 4 years.
And their recent history only increases the urgency to try and win another Super Bowl title with this group.
Meanwhile, the Packers are back as they look to bring another Super Bowl title home to a place aptly named Titletown.
And they're looking for their 5th win, which would tie them with the Cowboys and 49ers for 2nd all-time. They did last win it in 2011. That was Super Bowl 45. Aaron Rodgers leading them over the Pittsburgh Steelers. But when you talk about titles, and you mentioned Titletown, they've won 13 championships overall when you count all the NFL titles prior to the Super Bowl era as well. So this is a town that's used to winning, and they expect to win this one as well.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
You can't help but continue to marvel at how well this man's career has gone so far. Now in his 5th season as KC starter, he's never missed a conference title game, and he's taking the field in his 3rd Super Bowl. Simply dominant, it's easy to envision him being one of the top quarterbacks for many years to come.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a pickup of 11 and a 1st down on their first offensive play.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Right back to Edwards-Helaire on 1st down. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Rashawn Gary that time through the line and getting the tackle for loss.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Mahomes going to throw. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 41-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Haven't been a corner that's worth his salt yet that ever admits to worrying about man coverage. How about the play there, breaking that pass up?
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. 3 points, probably not going to win this Super Bowl, but at least you get something on the opening drive.
And it's certainly not going to lose it. So the bottom line is, come away with the points now, come back and get greedy later, and try to put it in the end zone.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Time to see the offense for Green Bay go to work. Aaron Rodgers leading them. What a career it's been. Came into the league back in 2005 as the number 24 pick out of Cal.
But we all know this past offseason that Aaron Rodgers had options, and there's a possibility he might leave Green Bay. But he chose to return to the only franchise he's known, and for the second time, has them playing in the Super Bowl.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He has it complete to Christian Watson. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Rodgers. He'll get this to Lazard. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 49-yard line. Throwing now is Rodgers. And Lazard's got it again. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. And I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that, and I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Oh, they'll try the jet sweep here with Lazard. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll take this close to a 1st down at the Chiefs' 26. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for it with Jones. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play. And that's going to lead them to 4th down. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
They'll run it with Jones. he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. He'll find Lazard here over the middle. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That puts him in excellent position, first and goal after a gain of 19.
Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
Rodgers going to throw. Touchdown, Packers. Sammy Watkins from 4 yards out. And the Packers are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead.
That was quite the call down around the goal line on 4th and goal.
Yeah, they fake the run, pull it out, throw it, and as a defense, I've been in that spot before, and we see it all the time. You almost have to overcommit against the run. You have to almost sell out and say, they're going to run it, go make a play. They got fooled on that one.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. KC's offense ready to take over. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Now a hit and a loose football. Inside the 20. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. That's complete to Lazard. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. 1 quarter done, 3 more to play here in Super Bowl 57. 10-7 our score. The NFL on EA Sports continues right after this message.
And we are back and ready to go for the second quarter of the Super Bowl. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, as always, thrilled to be with you. Thanks for tuning in, everyone.
To throw again on second down. Rodgers got his man complete over the middle. It's Watkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 47. Throwing is Rodgers. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Throwing again on second down. Rodgers over the middle here. It's hauled in by Watson. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 24-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And he's got it. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Rodgers to throw once more. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Aaron Jones there to make the grab. And the Packers have retaken the lead. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. That time a 6-play drive, and it ends with a Packers touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return. And Kansas City's offense now set, ready to go. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
On first down, Mahomes. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, touch and time here critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. On first and 10, here's Mahomes. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Mahomes throw into the hands here of Hardman. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 29-yard line. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal. They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. One more time with Edwards-Helaire. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire got low center of gravity and strength. He's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
Butker's kick here is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him and with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Now Aaron Rodgers and the offense heading back onto the field. And the numbers for the last drive, and he was perfect, which maybe isn't surprising because he has not missed a pass in this game yet.
And it lets you know just how precise things have to be for a quarterback to be perfect, because that means the line's blocking really well. No one's dropping any of the passes thrown to them, and the quarterback is accurate. It's almost like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter or a perfect game, isn't it? He's the principal guy, but he needs a lot of help.
Time to find out if he can keep that perfect game going here, partner.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now a play fake. Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. On third down, here's Jones. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Two minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. This is caught. It's Christian Watson on the move past the 40. Touchdown, Packers! Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes, and they're able to add on to their advantage. Well, just a
sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game of baseball? We could do it here in football, pardon me.
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary. Or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance to stop passing now the way that it's going. And we'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
Taking it about the 1. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. And the officials here are going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. But hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. There are none too plays that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Mahomes now on first down. Catch is made by Hardman. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Let's not, baby. Let's be perfect.
Mahomes now on first down.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down.
Mahomes to throw once more.
Slant route that's complete to Travis Kelce.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 12-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Mahomes going to leave it with Edwards-Helaire on the draw.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel...
And that is caught! Touchdown, Kansas City! Miko Hardman from 6 yards away.
And the Chiefs get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Yeah, touchdown. I love it. Now it's only a 2-point game. I know it's the first half, but you got to think. Go for 2. Tie it up. Go into the locker room. What are you doing? Come on.
You're bold. You're bold.
It's real easy to be bold sitting up here rather than
right?
down there and making that decision.
We don't have to make those decisions. Either way, little time left on the clock here in the second quarter. We'll see how this all plays out. After the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Christian Watson and the rest of this offense back out now.
Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
On first down, Rodgers.
A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. To throw, it's Rodgers. He'll complete this one to Watson. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Throwing now is Rodgers. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. A final shot before half for Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. It's Watson. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats for KC in that first half, and they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And he returns this to the 22. The Packers ready to go to start quarter number 3. And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased, doing their best not to show it to their team, of course, because as you and I both know, their mantra all season long has been finish. Get the job done. They know how close they are to lifting that trophy. One more solid half of football, and they can do exactly that.
From the 24, Rodgers. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course, you got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Rodgers. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. A gain of 32 that time. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the 3rd quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a first down carry by Jones.
And he's got it down to the 28.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw here pulled in by Lazard.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 19.
Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Rodgers going to throw. And he comes back with one complete.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And the Chiefs showing a dime look as they defend this 3rd down. Now it's Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. When those extra defenders on the field, dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
Rosa's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10.
Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
44 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Mahomes to throw.
Across the formation, Hardman gets the completion. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What, is it 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Mahomes.
That's caught left side by Hardman. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 19. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Edwards-Helaire on the counter. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Just one more quarter remains in the season-long race for the Lombardi Trophy here in Super Bowl 57 from Glendale. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Edwards-Helaire is into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. The first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So that was a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Now the Packers get set to go. And this could become a career-defining drive for some. Down 3, 4th quarter of the Super Bowl. This is where the legends are made in the National Football League as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Ran the perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Rodgers' throw brought in by Watson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Rodgers finding Watson for the Packer first.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Rodgers now on first down. Pass complete. He's got Lazard on the out route. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
On first and 10, here's Rodgers. He's got Tunyon complete over the middle. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. On second down, it's Jones. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. Field goal try would be almost 50 yards from this spot. So what can they do to get closer now on third down? Here's Rodgers to throw. This one swung out here to Jones. And he's going to have the Packers first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Up the middle, Jones. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing is Rodgers. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 13-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people call it gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And it's caught. Touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers have regained the lead in the second half of this Super Bowl. But plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown on the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
Roses to add the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And the result, a Green Bay score. Now after the touchdown, here's Roses on to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 3rd and 3. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And we're at the time in the Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the 4th quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. That's to a former Packer, Marquez Valdez-Scantling. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Catch is made by Hardman. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Now Mahomes. Locates Hardman for another catch. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Edwards-Helaire. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action, but other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Chiefs answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead.
And touchdown and congratulations and 0 relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Part 1 is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see him scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. So now Rodgers in the pack. Down 34-31. A minute 56 to go. They need at least a field goal to send this Super Bowl to overtime as they come up on 1st down. To throw is Rodgers. Able to find Jones. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Rodgers in control as he hurries his guys to the line. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw, Rodgers. Watson making the catch. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. A bad time for a roughing penalty. And they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Rodgers to throw. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Back to throw. A check down here to Jones. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19. 15-yard line. He'll find Jones again, complete. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a fourth down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this one is right through. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely to take a knee and let...
He's got a man, complete! And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Four quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us?